Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Essence Connection for January the 20th, 2026. I was thinking about not doing this one today because this is not an easy day for our family. This is our son's birthday. He was born in 1998 and he died in 2022. And so this is a day that we tend to put strong boundaries around everything. And we don't work. We spend the day just remembering him. I've been working on a scrapbook that is the arc of his life. And we spend time with the dogs and make his favorite meal, which is me attempting to make sushi. Found a place here where you can order sushi grade fish, so another experiment. But as much as possible, if I'm here, not on the road traveling somewhere, then I do want to do these. I've made that commitment, and part of it is because, as I say, that taking the time to connect within is so important. It lays the foundation for our day, and I was very aware that, when I drop in and breathe and connect with essence, that there are certain days, and this is one of those days, when I connect in and I remember that he's not here. I remember the grief. Not even remember, it moves like a wave. And the thing that is the solid foundation inside, that little glow, it lurches. There's a dip. And that I recognize as that slide into uncertainty. And it's where I'm beginning to see so much this intersection of grief and shame. Not that grief causes the shame, but that the pain of that sort of slides us into, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I stand, I feel bad, and maybe I am bad. It feels wrong, and maybe I'm wrong, and so there's such an intersection. So I thought, oh my goodness, it's these days. These are the days where it's even more important to take the time to connect in, to remember that the underpinning of that grief. When I think about this day and I think about all the memories connected to the day, it's always about the love. And yes, there's a lot of sorrow and tragedy, really, in how that story unfolded, how the story of his life unfolded. But it doesn't take away from the love. And so even though there's a lurch, how to breathe back into that place, the solid foundation of love. So that's what brings me here today. And in that, then I will pull in the spirit of that, I will pull a card from our Sunstone Threads of Fate deck that we have been using this week. And it is Perthrow. Look at that image too. It's like just the openness that can exist in the mind. Perthrow is the roll of the dice, but it's also recognizing that we're not separate from that. We are the dice roller. We are the dice cup. We are the dice themselves. And I couldn't have known. It's funny, I opened up to Berkana, which is Connor's tree sign is the birch, and so it's interesting that I just opened up to that. Just looking for Berkana here, or sorry, not Berkana, Perthro. I sometimes think about if I would have done things differently, had I known. And I think that is a question for all of us, right? That hindsight of 2020. But Perthro tells us that there are things perhaps written in the stars. Not that the tragedy is written in the stars, but the connection, the love, the experience is written in the stars. And there are hard things we go through. We can't not be open to going through them, to protect ourselves, because there's a spirit in us which is, I'm not even sure that I would say stronger than that, but perhaps truer than that. It knows there's a deeper truth. So Perthro's poem is, I will catch lightning on my tongue, capture thunder in a jar, hang amongst the stars. And from my fingertips out will come gold. I will return to the well until it's my last time, and the mystery has reclaimed me. So we don't know what is going to unfold necessarily, but what we can know is the thing in us that inspires us to continually go to the well. And I want to also today, because it is a special day, I'm going to pull a card from the Runic Tarot. And there's a whole story as to how this came into being for me, how it came into my hands. But if you look at the cover of it, that to me, my little bear, my bear boy who had bears with him his whole life from before he came into this world, and in death became the spirit bear, that white bear. And every time that polar bear shows up, polar bears and birch otters, it's him. And so there's certain decks that I use. Oh, okay. Just to, there was a card that stuck to me that's like, this is the one. This is the one to be. This is the one. So that feels like, I mean, this is a message from spirit to here. I would see this as certainly a message for me from my son, but a message for you from ancestors. And it is absolutely in alignment with Perthro, isn't it? The High Priestess knows how to look past what is seemingly evident to see the messages that are woven in the web of weird. If Perthro is the circumstances that unfold in front of us like dice thrown, it is the High Priestess who stands and says, I know exactly what that's saying to me. So we take that as a message. Breathe into your center. Allow the energies of Perthro and High Priestess to weave together a foundation of inner knowing, inner confidence, of amplifying that experience of essence. Not just that you know your truth, which you do, but there is a part of you that knows the truth, that there is something bigger going on here. And you are a part of that. You are an integral part of that. And that part of you is precious and divine. I was going to say it needs to be honored. It deserves to be honored, but it's beyond all of that. It just is. So, on this day, I send you blessings. Blessings from me. Blessings from my son on his birthday. And may you be both of the earth and of the stars. May you know that you are the magic that lies between those two, that is the bridge between those two, and that you hold all of this wisdom within. You know how to put it out into the world. You know how to read it from the world. And in that, you are a gift to the world. So blessings. And I will see you tomorrow.